I got
1, 2.
Clap.
1, 2.
Again. Hello and welcome to another episode of Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
This week, Ted and I, well, we're back.
We're back.
We had a little, I got sidelined. I had an emergency appendectomy, as if you watch the shorts, you know. And it was not fun. It's still not fun.
Yep.
And but we're back, and this week Ted and I took on the Hulu original Pizza movie, and yes, that is the name of it. And don't confuse it with that 2012 horror classic that goes by the same title, because this is not a horror movie by any means. So anyway, Ted, you want to tell everybody what this is or who's in it?
Yeah, Gaten Matarazzo, whatever his name is from Stranger Things. Sean Giambrone, Lulu Wilson, Daniel Radcliffe is not in this movie. His voice is in this movie for about 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Peyton Elizabeth, Caleb Heron, Jack Martin, Sarah Sherman, Marcus Scribner, and Justin Cooley.
You're giving way too many people way too much credit for being in this movie.
Really, this movie is guy from Stranger Things, guy from the Goldbergs, and Lulu Wilson.
Yeah.
With Peyton Elizabeth. She's in a lot of it.
So, yeah. Well, yeah. All right, that's it. And here's the premise behind this masterpiece. It's a college students that get their hands on some psychedelic drugs, and there's 6 phases to this drug. And you have a moment of reality between each phase before you kick into the next one. Yeah. And they're at college, and they take these drugs. I mean, they take the psychedelics, and to throw a little twist into it, they're the only way to combat it is to eat pizza. Mm-hmm. Hence the name Pizza Movie. And I guess the other twist as we go through the 6 phases of psychedelic is the guy from Gaten, the guy from Stranger Things. He got the football program canceled by streaking in front of the police department.
Exactly.
And so the football players, the campus is all over him about that. They, he's the reason. So besides going through this psychedelic trip, he's doing this psychedelic trip as people are hunting him down. Well,
because every Friday night, the cool group of kids that is with his old friend Lulu Wilson,
right?
They come to his dorm room at 5 o'clock, and they break wind on his face every Friday.
And his roommate Sean, who's played by Sean Giambrone, I think that's Bronny.
Whatever, the kid that talks like this.
Yeah, he's the one from the Goldbergs. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's it. I mean, that's what this movie's about. I mean, the acting was it's a B movie. Can we call it that? Do you still call things B movies?
I wouldn't call it that. I mean, Lulu Wilson is good. She's in some stuff.
No, I mean just the movie.
Yeah,
the movie itself.
It would be like a dick and fart comedy. You know what it is? It's these 2 directors attempt at Superbad meets Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. That's what it was to me.
Nicely summed up, Ted. Nicely summed up. This movie's not for grown-ups by any means. I mean, this is. If you've got a 13 to 15-year-old,
they're gonna love it.
They're gonna love this movie, and so, but everybody did. I mean, with production value on it was what it was.
It was a Hulu.
Yeah, I mean, it was
good.
Well, it was right up there with Craven, and
they shot it at Syracuse. I looked it up.
Did they?
Yeah, so they must have shot it in the summer at Syracuse.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this is a sophomoric
comedy. They didn't leave the dorm. They didn't leave the dorm almost the whole movie. So I mean, they probably posted up in a dorm and just went to town.
Very possible. I mean, that's what I would have done with this masterpiece.
So This movie's not for us. We have to be objective here, though, and I have to put myself in the first time that I saw, I was 12 or 13 and saw Porky's. I have to put myself in that mind frame. Like, if you watch Porky's now, you're like, this movie's terrible.
I'd like to watch Porky's now. I don't know, where's it playing? I don't know.
I bet it's on Amazon.
I mean, because I haven't seen it since I saw it the first time, and I loved it the first time. So
well, it's like,
I want to know how I still feel about Porky's.
It's very dated and very sexist, but like for me, that Porky's is for you, right? For me, because you would have been in high school, right?
When Porky's came out? No.
80, right? It's 82.
I was.
Well, you would have been in junior high.
Yeah, I was going to say I was 1981.
Oh, you were in junior high.
I was in junior high.
Yeah. Okay, so that movie is like you shouldn't have seen it.
That was a note movie for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up kind of shielded, I think, and I didn't have I didn't get the birds and the bee talk. Did you?
Oh, I think I did. But at my point at 12 years old in 1992. Which is when I would have been 12.
Yeah.
In 1992, I mean, there was enough stuff on the television at all points in times. I already knew. I knew.
Okay. Because I didn't get the birds and the bee talk. I didn't. So I think that's, I had to figure it out all on my own.
Well, Porky's will help you.
And so I was a note-taking movie. There were a couple of them.
Yeah.
That was the great thing about, that was a great thing about the early 80s and, late 70s for me is, movies were pretty explicit when it came to that subject, and not that I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, I've been to Europe. I get it.
I've been to Europe.
No, seriously. I was like, the first time I went over there, we had to run down to Marbella, Spain. I was in Marbella, Spain, and we had to run down to Marbella, which is on the Mediterranean there. And we were there in late August, early September. And so it was still very warm out during the day. And we were down there, and we went out on this pier or this amusement type area, kind of like Santa Cruz, their version of Santa Cruz. And we were looking for like a shark. It was an aquarium that was at the end of this pier, right?
Okay.
Which I thought was very smart, because if something ever happened physically to the structure, the fish would just fall right into the ocean, and they'd
be fine.
They would be fine. No,
it makes total sense.
It did. It made total sense to me. But anyway, we pull up there, and there's a beach in very close proximity to this pier. And I get out of the car, and we're walking down there, and half the women were topless. So I was like,
"Welcome to Europe."
Welcome. Well, good for them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, when I was growing up, man, it was movies like Porky's and Spring Break. Did you see the movie Spring Break?
I have seen the movie Spring
Break. The candy store.
Yeah.
That and again, it was one of those note-taking moments.
The Last American Virgin. You probably like that one. See, for me, the movies that would have been more like in this vein would have been Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and I was like 23 when that came out, or American Pie. Because I'm the same age as the American Pie people. It's set in the same year that I graduated.
I kind of find American Pie is probably the last of the Porky-esque type of movies.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, if I wasn't so old when American Pie came out, it too would have been a note-taking movie for me.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I was older, but it's still like, I mean, you watch it and it's just like, okay, yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, I remember these. Yeah. But this movie for other kids is definitely. I feel like if you're a teenager and you really watch this movie, you would be really probably pretty into it.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. This is not a coming-of-age movie, so this is PG. So if you're listening to the show and you're going, wait a minute, if you're 13 to 15, you're saying watch this, but there's,
it's just drug use.
Yeah, and it's not even heads. Really. I mean, right. Which everything that's in this movie is so PG compared to whatever. I mean, it's Hulu, it's Disney.
I'm surprised they would do a drug movie, to be honest with you.
So it's what it is. So I don't want people out there listening to go, which side are you on here, Andrew? Are you note taking, or are you saying it's okay for a 13 to 14 or 15-year-old young man to watch? And I would say this movie would really only appeal to boys.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine girls finding much humor in any of this.
Earlier I had to poop, so I pooped in the toilet and then I stuck it in a bag. And then I put it in my purse. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Boyd wrote that.
Yeah.
Boyd wrote that.
And yeah. And that was a line from one of the girls in the movie.
She delivered it very well.
She did.
She's actually, if we're going to get into the acting.
Yeah, we are. Let's do it.
She's the best actor of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like clearly I'm like looking at her and I'm like, because the other movies I've seen her in, Wrath of Becky and Becky, she plays this like badass, like little like trauma warrior that kills a bunch of people. And like to see her play like this, where it's more like a nerdy trying to be cool, I was like, oh, you're good. You're a good actress.
Yeah. Well, see here, you just nailed. I'm looking here at the cast. Peyton Elizabeth's in this movie, and I don't think that's her full name. Peyton Elizabeth Lee. Excuse me. I'm not really familiar with her work, but just looking at her reminded me that when we watched this, I turned to my wife and I said, "Oh my God, she's a young Phoebe Cates from Fast Times at Ridgemont High," which is another one of those taking note movies. Yeah. Right.
She was really funny too, I thought, because she like, what kind of band are you in? Yeah. Like, that was funny when she was like, I play him. Like, you play what?
Yeah. It had moments.
It had moments.
It did have moments.
Had a lot of moments where I was like, this is not, I find this silly. This is not for me, and I know it's supposed to be silly, so.
Yeah.
And then Dustin from Stranger Things he was funny.
I think the two male leads in this, Gaten and Sean, I'm just going with their first names because everything that's difficult. Anyway, I thought they played off of each other really well, had great chemistry.
Yeah.
And so if you're a youngster listening to the show, I just want you to know college is nothing like what.
If it is, you're going to a weird college.
Yeah, because this is again a very sophomoric, high school sophomoric college that they went to. Because I just the colleges I went to were way more mature than what this college came off as. So yeah, before that, we're talking to who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Two dudes that Brit something. I forgot. All right.
I didn't.
They used to be a sketch group back in the 2008-10ish. They were a big sketch group in New York. They're Nick Kocher and Brian McElhaney.
Okay. What else do they have on there?
They wrote for Saturday Night Live for a year. They've got another new movie coming. A lot of sketches. They wrote an MTV Movie Awards, stuff like that.
Okay.
They wrote for Saturday Night Live in 2016. They have another movie coming out called Over Your Dead Body.
Uh-huh.
And that is a dysfunctional married couple retreats to a secluded cabin to repair their relationship, but each secretly plots to murder the other. Cool.
Just to put this movie into context of what kind of movie it is, Ted and I earlier, I believe it was last year, we reviewed The Buried Treasure of Fuzzy Somebody.
Oh, Foggy Bottom?
Foggy Bottom, yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
Right, and those are two SNL alum writers there. But I was just going to say, this movie and that movie are in the same category of type of movie. It's just that this movie nowhere near as good as that movie.
Not even it's hard to mention them in the same sentence.
Well, it's in the same category.
It is, but those other guys are funnier. The actor. The actors are really funny. The characters in the other movie.
Right.
Not that the acting's bad in this movie. They're better writers.
Yes. I that's where I'm going. That's where I'm saying. But I want people to put this in context of something maybe they've already seen. Because I've rattled off a handful of these note-taking movies that I'm referring to, and it's not in that league, but it's an attempt of something similar.
It is very... I'm trying to be really positive. It's to me, for me, it's the script. The script has moments where it's really funny and pops, but they're not as often as you would think.
Yeah.
And like really, really gets into the like taking a poop and put it in a bag and put it in your, I mean, that's a joke. I just think that the Foggy Bottom stuff was so much more kind of layered and so much more like deep cut references that I was like, God, that's so funny. And you are calling things back that are so funny. And I get it. You got to make a swipe. This movie's a swipe.
I think you're absolutely right when you say that, but I think the thing that made Foggy Bottom so much better than this was that the comedic timing in that movie was so... It was better. It was well spaced. It was well paced. This was just jabs.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm going to give you two examples I'm going to give you a scene that made me laugh very hard in this movie.
Okay.
When Goldberg swapped bodies
Sean.
with his pet butterfly.
Right.
For that 2-minute scene where he was fighting and saying, I need the serum. I thought that was funny.
Right.
I laughed really hard at that.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Radcliffe, it was funny. That was funny. That was the best scene. And then what took me completely out of it made me go, okay, is at the end when the dorm monitor, when they snap, it's a movie? And the two guys that wrote it like, oh, what? And then you have them do... I was like, oh, that just shouldn't have been in there.
No, it shouldn't have.
Like, it almost, pretty much, it made me go, well, I was going to give you a really good score for making a swipe and swinging, but that right there, that one part right there is like, not... I don't want you to reference it. I don't like when people are watching a movie and they go, hello. It's not my thing. I don't like it.
Yeah, no. I acknowledging the audience is rarely ever plausible comedy in a movie, and this one attempted it at the end.
Also, the exploding head scene it was really funny when he was trying to talk to her, but I was like, at the beginning, I was like, it took us 4 minutes to get down the hallway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it was funnier when he kept messing up with her. And and then he'd be like...
Intentionally.
Yeah, he'd be like, stuff like that. And it's like... Or when he goes, fiddly gips is a curse word? That was funny. Yeah. That scene was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got it for what it was. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be a little bit more than it was a swing. Yeah. I thought it was okay, but I mean, let's get to our numbers. Ted, you want to go? You want me?
6.2.
6. Okay, all right. I'm a 6.4.
Oh, look at us being right there.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Now, if I was 14 years old and I watched this,
8.
I'm coming in the 8 somewhere.
If I'm 14-year-old Ted watching this,
right.
I'm like, oh my God, did you see her pull the turd out of her bag? Oh my God. But I'm not. I'm 46.
Something
46-year-old Ted, and I'm like, this is not for me, but kids out there, no teenagers are listening to us, but if you have a teenager and they like stuff like this, you should tell them to watch it.
Yeah, put this on for them. I mean, there's nothing they haven't already been exposed to, and it's so soft, what one would consider, like the exploding heads.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen exploding heads so Disneyfied than those exploding heads. I mean, but anyway, yeah, it entertained me.
Yeah. I was not entertained.
Right.
But there were definitely moments that I was like,
again, I just go back to when I was 14 years old and I realize, or I look at the movies that I was watching when I was 14, and I've rattled Up the Academy. There's another one of those taking notes.
Robert Downey Sr.'s movie?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Okay, listen to this.
Anyway, I'm not going there. I'm trying to keep it toned down language-wise.
I pulled up user review, and this is exactly what we said. 6 of 10. This movie feels like they took all the cliches they've seen in previous movies and added in a bunch of absurdity and hoped some of it would be funny.
All right, give that individual credit.
Spitmac.
There you go, Spitmac. Nice.
Oh, then he got mean, and I don't agree with him on this next part. I'm not going to read it because he got mean about some stuff, and it's like, no, that's not true, though.
But this is one of those movies where you have to take it for what it is, and it is nothing more than, an hour and a half. By the way, this is on Hulu, like I said before, but it's an hour and 37. So an hour and a half because you leave the last 7 minutes for credits, and
it moves.
And there wasn't a slow time about it, and if I had a 14-year-old, I wouldn't hesitate to put them in front of the TV and let them watch this. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I mean, I'll probably never watch it again. But you know what? I wasn't thinking to myself watching this movie, I got better things to do with my time. So if you're a young father, watch, and you got a 14-year-old, and you're looking for a moment to bond, which at that moment was Porky's for me and my father.
Oh God, I can't imagine that. I don't know that I've watched a lot of movies with either one of my parents. They're not into this at all. They're never like, ooh. The only time I have a really vivid memory of my father picking me up from junior pro football practice when I was 10 or 11, and my mom was out of town. I was 11, and my mom was out of town. You remember that first Indian Lake the Sixth Theater? Now it's a church.
Right.
And he was like, hey, you want to go see Flatliners? And I was like, yeah. And we went to see Flatliners at the movie theater. And I realize now that he had seen the preview when they used to run previews on TV. And he was like, I'd like to see that. That movie looks cool. And then he was like, and I don't have to cook dinner because I can just get popcorn.
Now we have, speaking of it, because this is again, it's just one of those movies. I brought up the movie Up the Academy. Again, in my book, a note-taking movie, or was, and which is funny because you think about it, she had poop in a bag, and the punchline in that movie, that's about as funny as a turd in a punch bowl.
Yep.
So there we go. Anyway.
Full circle.
Now, I'm not going to say any names out loud here, but around the other cove from where you grew up, and then the cove where I didn't grow up, but I lived for a while, our families had mutual friends, and they had a swimming pool. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Right. All right. That's where I saw Up the Academy.
In that basement?
For the first... I think it
that
was...
That walkout basement? Because they had that big... the wood panel TVs down there?
Yeah. And the thing, though, was that they had children our age, my age, and my age and younger. And their father was... he was, he was like a Hugh Hefner type. I thought he was.
Yeah.
Because it was not uncommon for an adult magazine to be out at their home. So that's where I saw a lot of these movies because they had some, VHS or whatever, and their kids would go over and they go, "You want to watch a movie?" And then they would put on
the first VCR
up the Academy, and I'm 13 years old, and I'm trying to all right, I need to get a feather.
I haven't seen Up the Academy in a long time, but Just so everyone knows, it was directed by Robert Downey Jr.'s father, who was an avant-garde filmmaker, except for that one movie. He needed a payday.
I mean,
also, Ralph Macchio's first movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was Ralph Macchio's first big movie. So...
That's funny.
Now that's not my rewind this week, and I should have made it that rewind. But when I watched this movie and I thought about what my rewind was going to be, I went something similar. And if you haven't seen it, it's Hot Tub Time Machine. It's 2010, same vein. Much better.
It's not. That is one of my favorite comedies of all time. Okay. I played in a fantasy football league with Rob for like 4 years. I'm friends with his brother Nate, and I one time, like, we're all watching football and we're talking, and I was like, I gotta tell you, man, that movie, you are off your ass in that movie. You're so funny. And he's like, thanks, man. And I mean, Violator. I love that movie.
Yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine, again, 2010, the comedy, sci-fi, and it's Rob Corddry, John Cusack, Clark Duke, and Craig Robinson are the principals in that movie. And Ted says, and that's why obviously I enjoy that movie as well, because I'm offering it up as my rewind. But it's in the same vein for those who may have seen Hot Tub Time Machine and wanted, a little comparison. A little.
Do you know who wrote that and directed it?
No.
The guys that did Cobra Kai and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Okay.
That's why it's so good.
All right. Well, there you go. I'm throwing it out there.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's on Peacock, by the way.
Great.
Peacock. So you can go tune in and watch Hot Tub Time Machine if you're looking for a lead in or really a follow up to a pizza movie. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's my rewind. Great cast in it, and it's 1 hour 40 minutes long, probably 1:30 after or before the credits. So if you want to squeak out, which is funny because I'm looking here. While I think Hot Tub Time Machine is much better than Pizza Movie, Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb got the same scores on Pizza Movie as they do on Hot Tub Time Machine. Well, I think that's off.
Okay, so that is I agree with you, but that is also because this is what we need to realize.
Okay.
Hot Tub Time Machine was made for you and me. It's about guys that are your age, like, Cusack is your age.
Right.
Rob is probably a little younger, but not much. But you get what I'm saying. They're supposed to be your age. They want to go back and relive the 80s. I grew up with an older sibling, and I grew up in the 80s as a small kid, so I love
because of that sibling.
Right. And I love the 80s because of that, right? So, like, it's made for us. I saw it opening night. I saw it with my friend Chris Carter. We went to Opry Mills. I saw it in the movie theater at the 11 p.m. showing Thursday night. And I think we snuck in little airplane bottles. And it's like, there's not another movie that makes me want to drink alcohol more than that.
Oh, I love what we pull out of these shows. All right. I was a 6.4.
6.2.
And you were a 6.2. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna give Hot Tub Time Machine, just because I can, an off the record. I'm gonna put it at about a 7.6.
I'm gonna put it at a 9.7. Okay. Listen to me when I say it. Hot Tub Time Machine is 9.7.
All right. Again, I probably won't purposefully tune in to Pizza Machine, but if it's on, I watch it twice. Like I do everything, so my cup is full with it, and it wasn't any worse the second time I watched it. So
okay,
I mean, going into it that way, but yeah, I'm pleased. I'm okay. If you got a kid, Dad, and you're looking for some bonding time, you've I don't know, taken their phone away and you want to say, hey, I still love you, just plop them down in front of Hulu tonight or
let them run.
Pop some popcorn, and they'll appreciate you for this one. They really will. All right. Anything else, Ted, you want to talk about? Throw out there?
I don't think so.
No. All right. Did you finish Rooster? Are you up to date
yeah,
on
I'm
Rooster?
up to date on Rooster. I really like it.
I'm really liking Rooster.
Yeah, I like
too.
Rooster a lot.
That's the HBO, right?
Yeah, HBO Max. But slow start, to be honest.
Steve Carell.
Mm-hmm. This last episode, my wife, Paige, shout out to Paige, she was like, okay, that last episode got really good. It took it a few to ramp up.
Well, that's why I give every series episodic program 3 episodes. If you can't come to speed by 3, it's not worth my time. Now, I've been watching that McDreamy series.
Oh yeah, is that good?
It's on Hulu as well. And I forget what the name of it is right at the top of my head.
I know what you're talking about.
He plays. Well, we reviewed a movie, Ted and I did, with Michael Keaton. It had Alzheimer's, and he was a hitman. And it's that movie in a series format, and it's I gave it the 3, and I didn't go back, and for some reason I don't know why, but I did give it another chance for 4th episodes, and Memory of a Killer. That's the name of the series. And it's okay. It took maybe 4 episodes, but that's it.
I do have one thing.
Yeah.
And I'm a little late to the game on this one, but I kept seeing people talk about the new season of Paradise. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I started watching the first season of Paradise, and I'm like 4 episodes in, just one here and there whenever I'm, got some time. It's really good. It's a nice watch. It's pretty heavy. It's very heavy. But it's a very interesting show.
All right. Well, I've watched a lot, but under the circumstances of the last week and a half, I haven't had much motivation and energy to spill my guts and shorts about it or about them. So, but I'm going to get back on that. I'm going to get back on it because there's a lot of really decent stuff, especially episodic right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Rooster besides Rooster.
Yeah, Rooster.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot to tell you?
What?
This weekend, Saturday, my friend Amy called me, and she was like, Amy, one of the singers in the Proto Men, great band from Nashville you should listen to if you haven't. And she goes, hey, I got an extra ticket to the Full Moon Tattoo Festival and Horror Festival. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah. So I went on there, met some friends, walked around. It's one of those things where they have all the people like, Steven Dorff and,
our buddy? Was our buddy there?
Which one?
Mr.
Kirk Cameron?
No. Our local horror writer, director, producer.
Oh, I didn't see him. No.
Okay.
But it's, it's like famous horror people. Like it's Bill Moseley and blah, blah, blah. That, whoever. David Arquette was there.
Oh, okay.
Basically all the people, like David Arquette lives here. And
Does he really?
Yeah. What's his name that I just said before that from Blade? He
Moseley.
lives. Yeah. No, not Moseley.
Yeah.
Who did I just? Anyway, the first name I said I can't remember. He lives here too. They live here.
Uh-huh.
So there are a lot of people. But there's a movie, and there was a poster that I remember seeing at Captain Video, and I never saw the movie. I've seen it since, but it was a kid because I realized I was like 11 when it came out. Frankenhooker, and the poster just always reminded me because it was hung up there, right? And I got a signed Frankenhooker poster from Frankenhooker herself, Miss Patty Mullins. Look at this. And she signed it, "Want a date? Frankenhooker, Patty Mullins."
Wow.
And
yeah.
I'm going to give it to her. Patty looks great. She had the whole getup on. She had the purple wig and everything. She looks great. It was I never asked for autographs or anything in any of those, but I dropped I think $40 on that bad boy.
There you go.
And I got put it in a frame and I hung it in my basement.
She didn't give you like an industry professional courtesy.
I did not tell her. I mean, that's why I didn't tell her that.
Okay, all right.
I did not say, Patty, I don't know if you've seen such Oscar-nominated
Well, that's
affair.
on Tubi. You can watch Frank and Hooker on Tubi.
Oh, I know.
It's there. I'm letting everybody know. It's 1990. Just did a quick Google on it, thanks to my fine folks in the booth.
There was so Frank and Hooker's made by the guy that made this other cult movie called Basket Case that is probably a little more known than Frank and Hooker. Mm-hmm. Basket Case is a crazy movie, but Frank and Hooker's pretty fun. It's pretty campy and goofy and fun, but like, I was like, Patty, you look very much like, you still look like Frank and Hooker. And that was a number of years ago.
You look like a hooker.
Well, she had the whole getup on.
I love it. Frank and Hooker. What was that rated, Ted?
Oh, I would think R.
Okay. I mean, is it a take note movie?
There's some take note. There's boobies and things. Okay. Yeah. It's not for children.
We're 3. Boobies. Boobies. Pee Wee Herman. Boobies. All right. On that. Boobies. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
Frank and Hooker.